Welcome to Shading Techniques in Photoshop. My name is Chris Legaspi. I'm a professional artist and instructor. And in this course, I'm going to present some of the most powerful and effective information on how you can create beautiful shaded and rendered drawings and paintings using Photoshop. So Shading Techniques is a video course, and it's divided into 8 chapters. The first chapter is Shading Fundamentals, and I believe this is the most important chapter, the most powerful video in the entire course, because in this video you're going to learn the real fundamental foundational principles and concepts that will allow you to understand how light and shadow works. And that's the key part to this entire course, is really being able to see correctly, to understand light and shadow, understand how it works, and to understand how we can translate what we see into beautiful shaded drawings. So you definitely don't want to skip the Shading Fundamentals video. Next, in Chapter 2, we're going to introduce Photoshop. So the medium for this course is digital, it's Photoshop. And in this video, we're going to show how to set up Photoshop. I'm going to talk about some basic Photoshop techniques that we will use, and how to set up and create a digital canvas that we're going to use for our study. Next is Chapter 3, and Chapter 3 is all about drawing and block in. So every good work of art, every beautiful shaded drawing begins with the drawing. So we're going to talk about how to block in the skull, how to place the skull, some really sound drawing techniques, and we're also going to begin to block in some of the tones and the value shapes that we see in our study. In Chapter 4, we're going to take our drawing and we're going to create a nice foundation of tones and values so that we can actually begin our render in the next step. In Chapter 5, we begin the shading process. So here you'll get to watch the instructor actually go through the shading process step by step. And in Chapter 6, we'll continue our work and continue to refine our drawing and our shading and all the work we did in the previous steps. Next, in Chapter 7, we're going to refine the rendering, refine our work. Here we're going to take the shading and the rendering we did in the previous step and really refine and polish it and really make it feel more three-dimensional, more realistic, and more 3D and more cool. And finally, in Chapter 8, we're going to complete the study. We're going to complete our rendering by adding a last bit of polish and our finishing touches. We're going to correct some of the work we did. We're going to adjust some of the values and really make it feel like a polished, beautiful work of art. That's how the course works. If you're new to shading or rendering your drawings, definitely start with the Shading Fundamentals video. That way you can have a better understanding of how light and shadow works as you go through the course. And you also want to make sure to watch the videos in order so you can see the instructor go through the process step by step in order. And with that note, that's the end of this video, and I'll see you inside.